Actually, it's a poem that I've read before, but this is the real poem. I've read this poem before, but it has a new title now, and I fucked it all up by editing it and changing it around, like I do, and I know a lot of you do. My friend Doug, who published my chapbook from Buffalo, has told me many times, don't do that shit.
Don't do that shit.
And he's right.
Alright. Well, if you get an intro for your poem, I get an intro for mine. I love old typewriters because I'll just sit there and I feel the back, feel that push back. I love my typewriter on those when I'm doing on the computer. So I originally
read the titles first.
Oh, we could, yeah. Yeah, I will. Well, I'll do that after I finish my intro. I'll do the title and you read it. But if you look at this is actually typewritten with X's out and everything else. Totally spontaneous, kind of sitting there. I can compose. I can't compose on the computer.
I almost read that as my
yeah, I said that he couldn't. So this one is entitled "Because I Can Cook."
This is titled, "You Tell Me the Federal Government is Following You, and I Tell You I Have to Write More Poems." I'll start. The things that make me good or bad.
And I am drunk.
A sense of adventure.
And I can appreciate.
Or wanting
food better
not to be
than
covered
anyone
in
else. Because I slice and chop and rip and Julianne and then...
I told you that I was glad I never ended up in a relationship with her.
Sip the white wine, but not too much.
This girl you would take a bullet for.
I have become the expert that no one else can touch.
I told you that she never would have had me anyway.
I and others that like to sip small glasses of wine.
Because you were so far away from me.
Whilst handling dangerous devices.
So I'm standing here smoking a cigarette.
Whether knives or guns or typewriters.
Looking at Lincoln Park from the stoop of prosperity.
Are viewed with suspect.
Silent with you standing next to me.
Since the convention is to be sober, as if that's the true reality.
Slowly waving in your drunk breeze, because
the reality that they find themselves created.
There is nothing I can say.
In the fantasy of their own diseased, deluded mind.
That will make any sense from where you are.
We of the rebellious.
I'm struck dumb.
Of ones that eschew the computer.
By illuminated strange people.
For the typewriter to get the feel.
Deep in it.
Smacking the keys and receiving the guidance.
Living their lives in the moment.
Of how to tell people.
Not caring about anything.
The chicken chili is the best.
They are illuminated by trouble and the despair of their fun.
Because it's not from a can.
I keep saying to you, I say this often.
That this poem is the best.
I don't know. And my voice trails off.
Because it's not from a can.
As I try and say something.
That the white wine isn't the... what did I do?
The white wine is working!
The white wine is the best.
Yes!
Because it's not from a can.
Viva la vino blanco!
Blanco!
And my voice trails off as I try and say something.
And that because this is typed with a pushback from the key springs.
When there is nothing to say.
This is not canned. It has to be felt. As well as read.
As well as read.
As well as read.
Thank you!
Thank you.